Hello, Avast Marks. I'm Omer.
I'm Trevor.
And this is, that's Dobby.
The way.
This is O
See,
Graps, the show that does the thing about wrestling sometimes.
sometimes it's a thing we do.
Look, sometimes we talk about wrestling, but we don't know. Look, I'm getting ready. Hey, man, look, the inauguration's right around the corner. I'm getting in the mood.
Dude, they asked me to come in and to work for that. Did I tell you that?
Bro, wait. That's crazy. In DC?
Yeah, they asked me to come in and work for that because my bar is like right behind the White House.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it just so happens I have something to do that day.
Hey, bro, you said, man, that sounds like,
dude, my boy, he's working it, and he's like, dude, I don't blame you. I'll tell you off air what I'm doing, but he said I don't blame you because that's important, but still, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm end up doing it.
bro. That's one of those. There's not enough overtime in the world.
That money gonna look nice, but no.
That money gonna look what? Anyway, all right. So, guys, be sure to hit that like button. Go over to YouTube.com before we get into anything. We got a lot to cover. We're gonna talk about Corey Graves, that crash out situation that is developing as we speak. NXT is about to show on the air in just less than 40 minutes, and Trevor, Graves is not going to be a part of it. We'll talk about what the hell went down, why he was sent packing, it seems, by WWE, literally. We'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about fan backlash in AEW, and, of course, the big news from last night, Penta, Cero Miedo, making his WWE debut. All that much more coming up right here. But first, we want you to do us both a favor. Go to youtube.com. Go into YouTube real quick. Type in OT Graps at OT Graps. That's all you got to do. And you click that subscribe button. Exclusive access to all future clips from the channel. All future clips from the podcast. And channel exclusive content that I know Trevor's really excited about. I'm really excited about. It's going to be a fun time over there. And 2025 is the year to be a part of OT Nation.
A lot of fun. Fun on a Tuesday, Michael.
On a Tuesday, we fought on Tuesday tomorrow. Oh my God, are we getting chats? Because I don't even see them popping up on my end.
I don't see anything.
All right, cool. Then that probably means we're not getting any chats. God, send us a chat. Let us know you're here. Because right now I feel hella lonely. Don't stop making me feel lonely. Anyway, Trevor, how you been, bro? How you been?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm working my butt off for stuff. Doing stuff. As people have been seeing, I've actually been working on OT Graps channel a little bit. Doing some things over there. Also, we got some fun stuff in the works for episode 100. We got some fun things in the works for that. So yeah,
that's one thing we got to do like a poll about. As you know, Trevor, I like the blue. I like I like a little home, but we might need to do some decoration.
I think some change is in order.
Hey man, we'll talk. How about we'll talk about it at the end. Save the best for last. Let's start though with this crazy story coming out of WWE. So about Corey Graves, because this is literally what everyone is talking about. This is literally what everyone is crashing out about. But no one crashed out better than Corey Graves in this respect. Yeah. So Corey Graves is absolutely crashing out on WWE. It is crazy. Trevor, is it your birthday today?
My birthday? No, unless
I was gonna say,
which is probably possible.
Happy birthday to Trev.
Well, my birthday is May 23rd,
even though it's not your birthday. I was like, what the hell, bro? We're a couple of months off. I was like, his birthday's during the hot time, like the warm time.
There is a good friend of mine that every year on March 23rd he says happy birthday to me. Every year. Shout out to my boy Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon and shout out to JP for making me. I was like, happy
Yeah, it made me think
birthday.
about it too. I was like, is it my
It's like, damn. Trevor said, damn, another year.
birthday? Shit.
Another one. That's some DJ Khaled shit. Oh man. All right, but let's talk about Corey Graves here. So Corey Graves crashed the hell out on WWE. He went off, he sounded off, and now it looks like WWE literally, quite literally, Trevor, sent him back in. It all started with Graves being demoted essentially from the main roster commentary spot down to NXT. And after only a week in NXT, he went to Twitter and he said the following. Imagine chasing your dream, then being told, not deciding, that you're no longer physically able to pursue your dream. Then you dedicate your life to something quote unquote dream adjacent and being pretty effing awesome at it. And then when it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, being told you're not famous enough for your own job. Just in case you've wondered where I've been. This then followed, of course, a tweet where he said, hey, man, I got a lot to say. Tune in tonight for WWE NXT. And by God, Trevor, it got juicier than there. PW Insider then reported that Corey Graves was no longer set to be on NXT this week. He was then sent home. He was seen at the airport in Orlando going through security, seemingly on his way home away. So that's where things stand right now. It does seem from the rumblings that we're hearing that things are not looking good. This is not a work right now. I want to be clear. This is not a work. This is a full-on shoot. Trevor, your reaction to all of this?
I, of course, knew something was up just by looking at Corey Graves' face last week on NXT. If you see that clip, he's not very. There's a clip of Corey Graves doing commentary on NXT, and he was not happy at all. He's just not happy. And, it was just one of those things where, you could tell something was up. And I too was confused why Michael Cole was back on Raw. Honestly,
I mean, we're on. Welcome to WWE Raw on Netflix.
Netflix, I get it, but with Pat McAfee, come on. I get Pat brings the energy. I get it, but Pat McAfee is actually kind of annoying, if I'm being honest. He's you can only take so much of him. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. That's also important, I guess, to this story. And there was also there's so much in this. His coach did actually, like you said, Trevor.
Coach
earlier,
did say something. Yeah,
he said something, and I'll try to pull it up later. But yeah, so the preface by this about this is Corey Graves was the commentator alongside Wade Barrett on SmackDown. And then what ended up happening was they shuffled things around. Joe Tessitore, he moves over to SmackDown with Wade Barrett. And now you have a situation where Corey Graves is kind of the odd man out because Pat McAfee is the color commentator alongside Michael Cole on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And that seems like it's going to be the case. They love Pat. They think he brings in eyeballs that otherwise wouldn't watch the show. That's why he's there. Look, he has hours of prime real estate on television every day on ESPN. So who's gonna deny? He's one of the biggest.
He brings. Not only does he bring wrestling fans, he brings sports fans too. He has a sports show. Former kicker for the NFL, Indianapolis Colts. He brings a lot of that, and that's also what Tessitore does too. Tessitore a commentator for college football, former boxing commentator, former analysis, like just sport analysis. Like they bring extra eyes in. I get it, but I mean, people do show up to listen to Corey Graves as well. I absolutely love Corey Graves personally. I love, like I was telling you earlier, I love his interaction with Brian Saxton and Michael Cole. I thought it was honestly one of the best things about the Monday nights. I mean, it's honestly one of the best things about 2K24 because you get to hear that back and forth commentating while you're playing a game.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is, like, I understand that, and like, look, it's just the way it is. Right now, WWE is prioritizing two-man booths, and that means for your main shows, Raw and SmackDown, you only have so much real estate, and you only have so much, so many people you can put on those shows, and Graves just seemed like the odd man out. I'm going to reiterate this. This is not a work. Corey Graves is legitimately pissed. He's been telling people for the past week that he was not happy about the situation. He was not happy about how it was handled. And look, he even said it in there, Trevor, that, like, imagine having your dream ripped away from you and being told that you couldn't do it anymore. So that's kind of him alluding to, like, hey, I was told by WWE that I wasn't cleared to wrestle. That doesn't mean that I decided that I couldn't, like, look at other avenues to potentially get cleared or whatever.
Because if I'm not mistaken, he was actually going down the same avenue that Edge and Daniel Bryan went down. He was looking to the same similar doctors. He was in Pennsylvania doing some of the similar things. Because I mean, if you've ever seen Corey Graves in the ring now, he's not terrible. He's actually pretty good in the ring. It was decent to watch him. He was decent on NXT.
Yeah,
but again, like I mean, having had that happen to me in my life, that someone told me that I can't do something anymore, and like I physically think I can, and believe that I can't. Like it does something to your psyche, man. It really does.
Yeah, that's me when I go to a doctor and he's like, "You can't eat pizza anymore." It's like hell, I can't. No, but I mean, like, here's the thing. Part of me is like, I get why Corey's upset. Part of it is also like, man, like, the larger picture is like Pat's gonna go away. There's gonna be months upon months where Pat is not going to be there, and he's gonna go away. And the reality is that Pat McAfee is like he's just big. Like he is just what WWE wants. He's that crossover star that WWE wants to be a part of their programming. And Corey is not that guy. He's a wrestling guy. And WWE, historically, this is like a thing that is actually carried over from the Vince McMahon era. Historically, WWE has always kind of prioritized those individuals over the wrestling guys. And yeah, that seems to be like what's kind of happened here. And I'm going to say it, Trevor. If things keep going down the route they're going down, this man is going to be calling Collision in like 2 months.
And if it happens, God bless, because we need something to happen with that commentating team over there.
Hold on. Well, AEW commentary is like a whole different story because God, that needs to be completely retconned.
Even though I do enjoy Nigel McGuinness, I do enjoy him.
So great, like him.
He's so good.
Can we get Nigel? Can we get actually the hate? The ultimate haters. Corey Graves and Nigel McGuinness on the same show.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude. Could you imagine that?
That'd be hilarious. We do got to talk about this one thing. Jonathan Coachman did weigh in on the Corey Graves thing. I'm just going to read his tweet real quick.
It was very interesting, to say the least.
He says, quote, "So Corey is upset for being bumped from the main announced roster. Happened to JR 5 times, happened to Cole multiple times, happened to me multiple times. He is right. He is really good at his job, but playing in the sandbox a little bit better might not hurt next time. Embrace whatever role you have and understand that you are lucky to have it. There are only 3 to 5 of these jobs at the highest level. Who knows? Maybe they asked for him to be a part of a 3-man booth. We know he doesn't like that, LOL. Sorry, had to. Last line joke. The rest is it's the wrestling business. It happens. I thought that put things into perspective pretty well, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: you can say what you want, say he's an asshole for saying what he said, whatever have you, but it actually does put a little bit of perspective, and he's not necessarily wrong, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, let's do a final predictions. Do we think we've seen the last of Corey Graves in WWE?
Unless something changes, yes.
Amen.
I mean, because Carmella's not even wrestling right now. I mean, she's at home taking care of their baby. I mean, like, so. I mean, it would make sense.
Maybe. We got Ryan Davis in the chat. I'd move Ian and Excalibur to Collision, have Graves and Nigel on Dynamite. I would actually do the opposite. Well, actually, no. Here's what I would do. So what I would do is I would do Excalibur and Nigel on Dynamite because I think Nigel's the A guy.
Yeah,
and then for Collision, I would do Ian Riccaboni and Corey Graves.
That is a nice one. And you know what? I think I love Ian Riccaboni as well. I think that they will really play off each other very well, honestly. I mean, you could honestly, they're interchangeable. You could put him and Nigel with almost anybody, to be quite fair.
Yeah, I just don't want Nigel to be like, I just don't want that man to be on Collision no more. He's way better in Collision. Like, he needs to be on the A show.
He's way too good for Collision.
Come on. Yo. You know what, man? This is a good, bro. Like, can we talk about this real quick, though? Bro, what happened to AEW commentary? Like, AEW commentary used to be, like, cooking. And
it used to be so good.
It's cheeks now, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, look, I love Daddy Magic. But my guy, from like, Rampage, he was fine. I loved hearing Daddy Magic on Rampage. I do not need that man on Dynamite. I do not need that man on the A show.
Everything else about him is questionable, but Chris Jericho. I didn't even mind Jericho on commentary. He wasn't bad, actually. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't bad.
Big Red. I did not need that. I don't need that man screaming in my ear.
And I mean, he's better than Taz, but even.
Oh God! All right, like, let's not even talk about Taz.
This can is better than Taz.
Shout out to Taz. Hopefully, you're healing up.
But dude, like, come on. I mean, in JR, I say, since, his health issues or whatever, you keep JR for special events.
Yeah. The main event matches, the pay-per-views, big dynamites, bring JR, hell, bring Tony Schiavone in. But
absolutely.
I love Tony. He's a nice guy. He's like, everything. Like, Schiavone is great. He's a legend. He's not it right now in comedy. He's not what they need in 2025. And he's not what I want to hear in 2025. Every single, he just doesn't play off of Excalibur well. And the unfortunate thing about Excalibur, that, he has so much ability.
He does.
But he gets dragged down very easily. That man gets distracted so easily when he doesn't have focused people around him.
You heard it when Mike Tyson was on commentary. Like, when Mike was on commentary, he was like it. It almost sounded like he was pissed, like he was mad, because it was like, because first off, you're listening to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson actually knows what he's talking about. You're like, wait a minute, this is actually entertaining. Like, he knows what he's talking about.
Excalibur's like unbuttoning his tie, like, hey, wait a minute, hold up, cuz. Yeah.
You know who they need? I'll tell you exactly what they need. They need Snoop Dogg on commentary. That's what they need on commentary. That's
gonna be, bro. Could you imagine Excalibur and Snoop Dogg getting baked and
Snoop Dogg is amazing.
He's like
on commentary.
No, he's like, hey, Callie, hit this. All right, Snoop Dogg, I am. And next we have Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, going up. I forgot my line, Tony.
What happened? What day?
What do I say? And then JR sitting next to him like, well, damn, pal, that's why I don't smoke the devil's lettuce.
You can buy some of this barbecue sauce.
That's actually what he would say, though. JRBarbecue.com. Oh man, but like they need to fix their commentary. I hope that Tony knows that. I hope that Tony Khan knows that because
It's yeah.
like I love Tony Schiavone, but he's not it right now.
No,
Bring
I mean
Nigel up to
Tony
the big
has
leagues.
been on it since I remember since I was a little boy, and even before. I mean, let's go back before then. Like he was a commentator when my brother was a little boy. My brother's 10 years older than me, so like. Well, I mean, let's just be honest. Tony Schiavone's been around for a long time, and I mean, he's been good for a very long time. Like, he's just, I mean, if you put the right people around him, I think it'll be different. But him and Excalibur just don't work well together. I mean, and not saying like it's terrible, but it's not as entertaining as it would be.
Bro,
Tony Schiavone needs a straight guy.
If you're gonna bring Taz back, bring that man to ROH. Please do not put that man on main roster AEW.
No,
I love Taz. I like he is funny as hell.
He can be.
But when I do not need to be like laughing at one of his dad jokes in the middle of like a 5-star classic between Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland.
Dude, like, and if he messes up headlock, if he messes up a move with another move again, I might be mad.
Oh yeah, he's got a little headlock there. Oh, excuse me, a bulldog.
Bulldog, sorry.
Like he just be like coughing and maybe doing whatever, bro.
Like you said, I love Taz, but just don't commentate my wrestling.
You imagine you listen to Taz commentary and he hits a hawk to it, like you just be saying whatever, bro. Oh, no, shout out to Iron Sheik, baby.
Cheeky baby.
Ian and Nigel, my favorite. Ironically, yeah. JR only does pay-per-views. JR should only do pay-per-views.
Yeah, JR has done it so long that he does not need to do anything else except pay-per-views. Like, honestly, he can work behind the scenes if you need him to, but he doesn't.
That man ain't working no behind the scenes. He's like, God damn it, pal, I'm here to announce. All right, what am I talking about?
Did you used to did you ever spit it out? Ever catch when he was doing college football?
Yo, like for the Sooners or whatever?
Yeah.
No. All right,
Boomer Sooners.
Boomer Sooners. Oh,
well, you know that they're the greatest football team in the world. The JR, he's an Oklahoma boy. He'll tell you real quick if a wrestler is from Oklahoma. Real quick. You know he's a former Sooner, right?
No, bro, that's why he had such like a man crush on Jake Hager. He was just like, oh yeah, that's a blue chipper right there. Oklahoma born and bred, bro.
He was of Dr. Death. He loves Steve Williams. Dr. Death, he was a big fan of Dr. Death.
So JR told a story about like Jake Hager on his podcast once. It was really funny. So he was like talking about like how like so Jake Hager is like MAGA as fuck, like very, and apparently his entire family is. So apparently Jake Hager's like dad was like texting JR all the time about like all this like MAGA stuff, and that's beautiful. Can we just take a minute to acknowledge that's beautiful?
I don't know who this is.
But you're welcome on behalf of Trevor.
Well, thank you. Honestly, whoever you are, thank you so much. I'm glad I did.
But like Jared told this story, and damn, bro, Jake Hager's dad just kept on messaging me about Trump, and I had to tap out at a certain point. I said, "God damn, pal, I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to hear about Trump no more. I tapped out. It was too much, and you know what? The country said it was too much too." Meanwhile, I'm just trying to make a fucking cheeseburger, and Jake Hager's dad is talking to me about votes. I'm like, I don't care. I'm too damn old to care. JR had a crash out moment, and it was so funny.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I mean, best announcer of all time, right? Like,
absolutely, absolutely, hands down,
bro. I like even go back and I watch like clips, and like you hear JR on commentary. The way he would build up like the smallest things on a random episode of like Raw is just insane. Like,
his knowledge was absolutely. I mean, of course, a lot of it is fed to him, but his knowledge about the wrestlers and stuff was absolutely insane. Like you sit there and you listen to him, and like it made you feel like you were watching a title fight, a actual boxing match, or a football game or something like that. No, it actually made you feel like that. Like he's so good. Like he's so good at what he does.
Damn it, Triple H, why? Tell me why, damn it, right here in Texas.
He's a no good son of a bitch. That's what he is.
I'm sorry I said that, but I gotta say it, damn it.
No, no, son of a bitch.
Like, what the hell was that, King? Well, Vince was putting a healing hand on Ken. Oh, you're putting hands on her, all right. Messy. Anyway, all right. What are we actually talking about? You want to talk about Monday Night Raw? Let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, let's go to Monday Night Raw. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So the second edition of Raw on Netflix, Trevor, needless to say, way better than the first edition.
Way better. We had actual matches.
We had actual matches. We had a title match, a major title match, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Trevor, Lyra Valkyria took away the victory.
Yes, she did.
Overall, though, I mean, they obviously got back to business with this episode. I really hope there's no more episodes of whatever that absolute dog poop was that we saw on January 6th, but
that was way too much fanfare, way too much. It's way too much everything, because like we said before, it's a lot of mixture of everything. This actually did a good job of introducing the world to a wrestler they may not have seen, which is what we suggested in the first place. They introduced the world to Penta. Some people may not may not know who Penta is. They may not be familiar with AEW. I think they did a good job of showcasing Penta, and also reminding us that Chad Gable can wrestle.
He's ready, willing, and Gable at any time, any place. we'll talk about the Penta thing later, but overall though, fans seem to be really hot about the show. The big story coming out though actually had to do with time. Apparently, Penta and Gable went long. Of course, Penta did the impassioned promo afterwards, which was fantastic. One of the big reports, according to PW Insider, was that apparently the show went long, and somehow at 2.5 hours, it ended at 10:30. So they only went 2.5 hours with it compared to the regular 3-hour runtime of the show. And it's weird because, that being said, like the Intercontinental Championship match only had 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Another women's match weird. Getting cut for time.
It was weird, and I thought it was a shame too, because those ladies performed. That was a good match, but it had potential to be a great match. But I honestly, like, you could see like them trying to put it together in their head to try to hurry it up a little bit. But I think that's what was detrimental to that match, because it was a good match.
Yeah.
It was a shame that they speeded it up and cut it for time, because it really was. Both women were very, very good last night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy though. Like the whole 30 minutes early. I mean, it really does show you that hey man, Raw could end at any time, and maybe that was part of the point. But it's not like they have a hard and fast rule like they need to stop at 10:30. Like they don't. They can. If they were like, hey Netflix, we're doing a 4-hour show tonight. Netflix would probably be like, I mean, okay, if you want, sure, why not? But we can do it.
The original shows were.
We can do it.
I mean, but I mean, it's 8 to 11, right? Because it's a 3-hour show.
Ish. We don't know.
Right.
Triple H said, well, first of all, we're a global brand. All right, I want to make that clear. WWE is experiencing growth that we have never seen, and it's because we have people like Penta adding to the flavor of our global brand. WWEshop.com. But like he's gonna. He sat there and he said like, "Oh, Raw could be like 2 hours, 3 hours. We
Yeah.
don't know."
Because I mean,
Tune
I,
in.
I remember growing up watching Raw. Like it was kind of like clockwork. Like that Raw was going to cut off at 11:05. It was cutting off at 11:05 every time we watch it. It may go over with depending on the segment, might 11:10, 11:15, but it didn't go past that. But now, like you're cutting it early. Like come on, like really?
Cutting it early, baby. That's what we do in the Triple H era.
Which again, I'm not complaining about because I'm glad that it's not full 3 hours. But you have your problems with like matches being cut, like people not getting their chance to shine when they deserve to. So yeah, I mean that's the biggest issue about it.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger issue also is like Triple H's booking, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. No,
We're not gonna do that.
But again, look, we're comparing this to like one of the worst episodes of wrestling television I've ever watched. So, and I want to be clear that I'm talking about live television I've been live for, because I'll say it right now, that episode of Raw still leagues above what WCW was doing under Vince Russo in 2000. Wow.
What, the last week's?
Oh yeah. The Netflix debut. Oh my goodness! Like,
and that's
people need to stop, man. Like, whenever people are like, "This is the worst thing that's ever been produced," I'm like, watch WCW in 2000. Watch WCW, Trevor, in 1995.
Yep.
This is not good television.
It really was not.
It was somehow too bad to be boring. That is an achievement. We got Matthew Rodriguez. Hey, guys. Do you think Corey Graves will do the Joey Styles shoot promo from WWE Raw in 2006 in NXT? Not tonight.
No, not tonight, because he is not in Orlando.
That man went through airport security, bro. Bro didn't even do pre-check, bro. Bro just went straight for the first line he saw.
And Joey Styles was awful. I couldn't stand Joey Styles.
Oh my God.
I couldn't stand him, dog.
Bro, I like Joey Styles. Here's the thing.
Could not stand Joey Styles.
That man could call matches. When he was on, he was on.
When he wanted to, he definitely could. Now, I will not lie. Like, there were some matches that he called that I'm like, yo, the call is probably better than the match. But there are some where I wanted him to fall on a rake.
That's the thing, man. Like, it really is that, like, when he was on, he was on. When he wasn't, by God, it was bad.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was. That man needed a lozenge.
Yeah, but it was just like, man, like, half of his like commentary though, like on the weekly, was just like him like talking about like the dirt sheets.
Oh yeah,
like, this match got 5 stars. You won't see this on the other show.
I'm like, okay, Joey.
It was hilarious though, Joey. Dude, nah, like, I don't care what Corey Graves does. He will never be like the king of crash outs, commentary crash outs. Joey Styles. Shout out to Joey Styles.
Oh man.
Shout out to that man for punching JBL too. Who apparently your boy JBL, he's returning next week, Trevor.
Yes. Did you? I was going to say, did you hear that?
I saw it, and I was just like, I mean, all right, cool. Did you see what he posted on Twitter?
Recently? No, I did not.
Bro, so he posted a picture. Oh God, okay? Do you remember that JBL?
Are we talking about Eddie Guerrero JBL?
Do you remember that JBL vignette when he was doing Border Patrol?
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero. Yep, that's the one.
He found the actor or wrestler who played like the guy, the other person in that horrible skit.
Oh my God.
And he took a picture with him, and he said something. The caption is too wild. I can't even say it on TV or on live. Like JBL, bro, actually,
link me to it later.
JBL, king of commentary crash outs. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was about to say, like, Hey, okay, since we're on it, we're talking about it.
Bro, you know how JBL is the king of commentary crash outs? Bryan Danielson literally just wins the WWE championship. He clean in one night beats Evolution.
I know what you're talking about. That's why I'm laughing.
Batista's gonna tap. He did it. A miracle on Bourbon Street. And immediately after that, before Bryan even has a chance to look over, crying at the belt, JBL's dumbass goes, "Oh yeah, farm analyst, WWE champion muggle," and I was like, "You dick, you dick!" Like it's one of the wildest calls ever. E-I-E-I-O, a farm animals WWE champion.
No, I remember that and laughed my behind off. Do you remember the ECW call that he did with All Sold Out? It was him and who else was it? Or was he in the audience? Something there was.
Oh, I know. Oh, you're talking about JBL mic'd up for ECW One Night Stand 2005.
Yes, One Night Stand, not All Sold Out. Yeah, One Night Stand.
Most insane. So guys, there is a version not available on the network. You gotta have to go and dig on deep on the internet. For this. Oh no, Trevor froze. Well, anyway, he'll be back, I'm sure, in a second. But
are you there?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh man.
Okay.
What are they doing to my boy?
Yeah, I couldn't see you at first. You were frozen too for a minute.
Yeah, your image is still frozen. But we can hear you.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. When you're
okay.
When you're
yeah, because you were frozen on you.
Oh, okay. I think you're back.
When I'm unfrozen.
I think you're back, kind of. A little bit.
Let's see.
Anyway,
Let's see.
Kind of. Oh, well, we'll wait for you to fully come back.
Hello.
We'll wait for you to fully come back, Trevor.
No, that's awful.
But no. So like, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, do you want to quickly like leave and come back real quick? Maybe
I can do that. Sure. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Right back.
But guys, so there's this alternative cut, like DVD, the alternative commentary of ECW One Night Stand 2005. That's the big ECW reunion show. And it's literally, all they did was mic up JBL. No other commentary, you just hear things from his perspective. And he proceeds to crash the fuck out for the next 2 hours on this show. Just starts saying the most insanely heinous stuff. It is wild. It is genuinely one of the wildest things I've listened to. Because he's out here and he's talking about these people. And I literally cannot repeat the things he was saying. It was crazy. It was wild. JBL is insane. And he's coming back to Monday Night Raw.
Crazy person.
Oh, Trevor, do we got you?
Absolute crazy person.
Oh, we got the audio back.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We got the audio back, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it is. Ever since I'm spotty.
You spotty, no fi.
No, ever since I moved, the Wi-Fi, I pay damn good money for Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi sucks.
You got to get a Wi-Fi extender, that's what I had to do.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Can you at least hear me or no?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool.
We got Matthew Rodriguez, JBL in that alternative commentary. The only thing I liked was Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome. That was a good match. Hey man, look, that show had some good matches.
That was a match.
Okay, look, not
it
5 stars.
Hey,
Super Crazy went wild in that. All right, shout out to Super Crazy. He is super, and he is crazy.
Super crazy.
Shout out to Super Crazy. My boys, my
Super
boys,
great.
my boys out there. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he did go off.
Yeah.
Stuck again.
Now you good, bro. You
Are
good.
you? Yeah, you were first. No, here we go. Cool.
Yeah, you good, bro.
Actually, something that I was gonna bring up to you and ask you if you were keeping touch with. You know, Dark Side of the Ring is coming back.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring is coming back for what's it, season 6 now? Jesus.
I think so. Or is it 7? I don't know.
Oh, dude, don't say 7.
Watch your mouth. Dude, it's they're, they don't know exactly where what's with them.
Oh, now Trevor's
Hello.
little. Now you little, bro. Here, do you want to do me a favor? Can you try restarting your computer and coming back?
I can do that. Yeah, no problem.
Let's do that.
I'll be right, guys. Sorry, this craziness is happening.
Nah, it's okay. That'll definitely.
All right, sorry about that.
Too. It's all good.
All right, I'll be back.
It's all good. I'll read some chats in the meantime. And Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Ric Flair are going to be in the Royal Rumble. Ric Flair, that man will die if he wrestles again. That's just the truth. Hacksaw, he might be there, but I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble. I think if Corey Graves goes to AEW, this will be the announced teams: AEW, Dynamite, Excalibur, Taz, Corey Graves. Oh no. Oh, I don't. That's what I don't want. Collision, Tony, Nigel, Matt Menard, or Ian Riccaboni. No. I don't want none of that. All right. Taz gone. Send that man to Ring of Honor. All right. I will take Excalibur, Corey Graves if that's what I get. All right. I will take that if that's what I get. Nigel is ready for the big time, but I'll take Excalibur and Corey Graves. What I won't do is subject Nigel to more Tony Schiavone. I can't do that. No Matt Menard either. I don't need that. I like Daddy Magic, but I don't need that man calling like 3 hours of TV a week. All right. I love Daddy Magic. Great character. Great everything. Matt Menard is amazing. I do not need to hear that man talking about no 5-star matches. Nope. Do you think JBL will clothesline? Do you think JBL will clothesline? Do you think JBL will come in his suit or his TNA attire, clothesline Dom to hell, clothesline Chad Gable? What do you think, clothesline JBL? That'd be a wild thing if like the end goal is like him feuding with Dom and being like, I feuded with your daddy. It's like, you mean Ray? No, I mean Eddie. Rhino, is Carmelo crazy? I don't know. Hope not. I don't think so. I don't even think he's married. I don't think so. Shout out to him. Shout out to everyone. I don't know what's going on in these people's personal lives. How did Penta go overtime? He had segment, not just cut. Because this is the new era. All right, this is WWE Raw on Netflix. It was just getting Netflixed. Get dramaed. Intensify. I don't know. God. What else? I grew up as a kid listening to Tony and JR, but wrestling has changed a lot. Yeah. And I still think JR's voice can add stuff to like a big main event. It definitely adds stuff to a big time main event. But yeah, I don't think weekly he can't do it. Like it's just what it is. I love JR, but it is what it is. And honestly, like Tony, I love Tony. But I do not need to hear him go like, I love it. Oh, we're out of time. We'll see you next week on Collision. Oh. Matt Menard, famous line in commentary is the old flying. What? The old flying who? The old flying what? Yo Fling, how? I don't even know. Guys, be sure to hit that like button. Do me a favor. Go over to youtube.com/OTGraps. In fact, you don't even need to go over there because give me a second. I'm going to go over there for you. I'm going to help you out today. We're going to go over together. We're going to do it. All right? Just say it with me. Say the name with me. OT Graps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link the channel into the chat. And what you guys can do is just go over there, subscribe. There's going to be a lot of exclusive content coming over there. There's going to be clips. So go check that out. It is now pinned in the chat. OT Graps YouTube channel. Please, please, please go subscribe ASAP. And now, he is a three-time Podcast of the Year champion. He is from Northeast DC, kinda. Trevor! He's back.
Hello!
Oh, we made it back. The journey here, man.
It happens.
It happens by technology, baby. It's like that old remember that episode of SpongeBob and Patrick? We have technology.
I remember when my mom learned how to use computers, she's like, how is it helping us when it messes up every second?
Look, it's learning. It doesn't know yet. As like all of us with AI right now.
That's absolutely. So what I miss?
Nothing. I was just talking about I was talking about JBL. That man is a little walking crash out.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Commentators might just be they're just here for the crash out. They're not even here to.
I mean, they might be. Like, I do have a question for you since we've been talking about commentators. Who's the worst commentator you've ever heard?
The worst commentator of all time?
In your opinion, of course, yes.
Oof. I mean, there's a lot of bad ones.
It really is.
Oh, I mean, like, it's easy if I say, like, someone like Mike Adamle, but he literally had, like, brain damage when he was doing comedy.
Yeah, that's not really fair. Yeah.
You know, I mean, Vince was really bad. Vince was really bad.
He really was. Vince was terrible. Like, borderline, like, you know who else was good and bad at the same time? Mongo McMichael. Stephen Mike's.
Hey, shout out to Mungo, all right? Mungo is my boy, all right?
I love Mungo, especially when he used to bring his dog. What's his name? Pepe?
Yo, nah, shout out to Mungo. I like Mungo. I have like a pretty definitive answer.
Ooh.
I really hated Mark Madden on commentary in WCW.
Not a fan of Mark Madden. I didn't like him in TNA.
I was not a fan of none of that. And
who was his partner? Mike Tenay. I was not a big fan of Mike.
I love Mike. Yeah, the Professor Mike Tenay.
Now, Mike Tenay in WCW.
All right, he knew wrestling.
Look, Mike Tenay in WCW loved. Mike Tenay in TNA could have done without.
You know who was great though? Don West. Don
West. I love Don West. I love Don West. Yeah, I do.
I mean, like, if I had to say it would be probably Mark Madden. Honorable mention I will just throw in there for its and giggles. You know what? No, I feel like this is punching low. I don't want to punch low.
Who are you gonna say?
Mark Henry.
That's really funny. I was gonna say D.L. Brown, but
wait, when did he did no.
He did. Actually, in TNA, he did. Yep.
Trevor, we unlocked it. That's it right there.
It was him and I forget the other guy. Was it Max? Was it Brian Max? No.
It was him and what's his name? Matt. Matt Striker. Matt
Matt Striker, that's
Striker.
who it was.
That was an all-time bad commentary
Dude,
team.
it was so bad. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Bro, they got to call Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann.
Right. I was like, what are you doing?
I was livid, Trevor,
Dude,
listening to that audio.
God, oh my god.
It's like moments like that. I wish we were back in like I wish I was watching it on WWE Network. Yo, you want to know the wildest thing that me and my brother did? So WrestleMania 36, we're all stuck at home. It's the pandemic, right? It's like that.
Right.
It had just started, and it's like watching WrestleMania was a chore. I thought it was like, okay, look, it's gonna be an escape.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm gonna.
It was
one of the most depressing things I've ever watched.
It was. It really was.
So to lighten the mood, me and my brother go, let's turn on the Indian commentary and see what happens. Maybe that. I will tell you, me and my brother were having the time of our lives listening to the Indian commentary. Because immediately off the bat, for no reason, my boy mentions former WWE champion Jinder Mahal. And I'm just like, yeah, they're marking out for Jinder. He's not even on the show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my god, bro! And yeah, when Jinder won the belt, though, my boys were crashing out. They were like, "Yes, yes!" At the same time, in unison, they were like, "Yes, yes, Jinder #1, India #1." I was like, "Bruh, y'all playing this?"
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But yeah, no, D'Lo Brown, probably the worst commentator of all time.
Yeah, he's actually really bad. And so is Matt Striker. Matt Striker's pretty bad too.
Yeah. What did Matt Striker? Matt Striker said like one of the most infamous lines in commentary history once. I forgot what it was, but it was like so bad that Vince McMahon was even like, I gotta get this guy out of here. Like he's like, this guy's killing the business. I'm like, Vince, he's
killing. You know who else was kind of bad too? Larry Zbyszko. Larry Zbyszko was kind of bad too. Your infamous Larry Zbyszko impression.
My man was there to get his cheers in and nothing else. That man was not there to put anyone over other than himself.
He was so deadpan, like nothing. He only got excited when he wanted to, and then like you really couldn't tell because it was still the same monotone. Hulk Hogan's here. And he said the same thing. And then when someone lost, Eddie Guerrero lost, it's the same thing. Are you excited? What is wrong with you? I don't understand.
Like, look, you know who didn't lose today? Larry Zbyszko.
Dude, and he still wrestled way until he shouldn't have, and his belly was hanging over his trunks. It was terrible in the ring.
Man, come on, man. It's like going to a Legends of Wrestling show or something. Look, they're all gonna have the pot belly.
Oh, of course.
They're all gonna have the pot belly.
I mean, his was actually. I will say this: his was one of the least worst ones, and he actually still could wrestle a little bit, tiny bit.
He had you're trying to say he had the smallest pot of them all.
The smallest pot.
Oh, Trevor. Were you surprised that the Packers lost and the Vikings lost? Or were you surprised?
More surprised so the Vikings lost, but less surprised that Green Bay lost because Green Bay is completely hurt. They have no receivers. They had Josh Jacobs. That's who they had. And Jordan Love. Like, as much as most people hate to admit it, the Eagles have a damn good team. So they were up against a juggernaut, so it was kind of hard to imagine them with not winning, that football game. I mean, if everyone was healthy on the Packers team, it may have been a more competitive game, but they probably still would have lost.
We got another question for you, Trevor. Who do you want to win a Super Bowl? It's going to be Bills versus Eagles. First of all, I want to say that it's not going to be
because I have an opinion about that. But go ahead.
No. Let me just. Look.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll let you answer, but let me
absolutely go ahead.
Fact check him. All right, well, Ryan.
Because I already know what you're gonna say.
Ryan, you've been in this chat for a while, and I thank you for that. But that's all I thank you for, because bro, These Bills are not. No, that's not. This was not happening. All right, let me tell you something. We about to go up to Buffalo.
You
Fry
have to let them
them.
know who's
Fry
we.
them
Tell them
Bills.
who's we. Tell them who's we.
The Purple Rain, the Baltimore Ravens, about to fly over to Buffalo. All right, we're gonna land. We're gonna fry. We're gonna fly. Then we're gonna fry. We're gonna fry them Buffalo Bills crisply, and then I'm a dip them in. Not that blue cheese shit that y'all be. I'm gonna dip them in some ranch because that's how we do it down in Baltimore. Some Old Bay ranch. Eat them. That's what we're gonna do. Bills ain't winning. Sure.
I will say this. I honestly believe, and you can catch it. You can quote me on this if I'm wrong. I believe who goes to the Super Bowl is between the Bills and the Ravens. Whoever wins that game will go to the Super Bowl. That is my opinion. That is my opinion. Now I could be wrong, but that is my opinion. Now on the NFC side, it's down to the Eagles or Detroit, and I got Detroit going.
Detroit is so good this year.
I got Detroit going.
I'm scared to face Detroit.
whoever it is, Bills or Ravens, Detroit's gonna be waiting for you. That's just my opinion.
It's so wild. Like the Chiefs have the best record in the NFL, but they're such an easy team to beat.
They are. They are
because they're not because
so many teams have almost beat them, but like it's just and they always win by like some like field goal or something. But honestly, I honestly believe it's going to be the Ravens or Buffalo versus Detroit. That's my opinion.
Well, you know who it's not going to be? The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, they suck ass. They are, like I said before, they are ass butter. Terrible. But I know who doesn't suck, and we also got a national championship game on Monday, the 20th. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's like the worst national championship matchup we could have: Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
And we're coming to Atlanta. We're gonna burn the house down. We're going to Atlanta, and we're gonna burn the house down. That's what we're doing. Golden Domers, baby.
Hey man, look. As long as Ohio State doesn't win, I find them
even though I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I want my team to win. Of course, I've been a Notre Dame fan since I was a wee little lad. But Ohio State isn't terrible. They're actually not bad. Even though if you look at their record, they really haven't played that many people.
They could beat Michigan.
They lost to Michigan. They struggled against Texas.
About it too. They were like,
They struggled against Texas. We saw that game. If it wasn't for that interception, they probably wouldn't have beat Texas.
Yeah. Tell them, Trev. Tell them.
Like, okay, there are a lot of things that I'm one of those sports fans that is completely honest. Notre Dame lost against North Dakota, South Dakota State, North Dakota State.
Something like that.
I thought it was over. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was over. That is the only blemish on our record. We beat everybody else after that. We've beaten seven ranked teams. Who's Ohio beat? Who? They beat Oregon. Okay.
They beat Oregon. They beat Texas.
They beat Oregon. They struggled against Texas.
They beat Texas.
We were supposed to be Indiana. We beat them. We were supposed to be Penn State. We beat them. We were supposed to beat Georgia. We beat them.
I will say this, Trevor. If Notre Dame loses that game, though, that team is not getting any preference in future rankings.
Not at all. Not at all. But here's the thing, though, Jay. I call you Jay, my brother. Sorry. Here's the thing, Omar. I honestly believe that Ohio will probably. It's a good chance they will probably be in. But we should have beat Ohio last year. We let them slide through. But I mean, it's going to be a good game, and it's a big deal. It's the first black head coach in Notre Dame and the first black coach to take a team to the championship. So it's a big deal. So let's hope they pull it through.
Let's hope they pull it through indeed. All right, that's been enough of OT sports talk.
Let's do some wrestling talk.
Let's go back to wrestling. Let's talk about Penta. Penta, Cero Miedo made his WWE debut this week, Trevor, on Monday Night Raw. Gotta say, I think we're both in agreement. Fantastic debut.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? Like I was when I heard the match booked, I honestly said it. I said it out loud. I was like, he couldn't have picked a better opponent. They couldn't have picked a better opponent for him. Like, say what you want against Chad Gable. You've been saying it for years, and I've been agreeing with you. Chad Gable might be one of the best pure wrestlers on that roster. And they job him out completely. It's ridiculous. And that matchup was the best matchup on the show. That was the best match of the night. That was the best matchup of the night. And it was one of the most entertaining matches of the night.
Yep. Yeah, Chad Gable, like you mentioned, like he's just one of those guys. I think WWE views him as he's such a good worker that it works against him because they look at him like, oh, he can make anyone look great.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a lot like Christian was after a while. Christian was such a great worker. That's what they used him for.
Vince hated Christian. That was like a big
couldn't stand Christian.
And you know why he hated Christian? He just said, "Oh, he's ugly." He didn't like.
Did he really say that?
He was like, "I don't want to put that man over."
Did he really say that?
That's literally why he did. Like that's why Christian. That's why, despite being more talented than Edge, Christian got buried at every turn.
Every time he did, and I used to say Christian was better, was more talented than Edge. People, and I'm an Edge fan. I love Edge, and people looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to Penta, but Penta made his debut. A great ovation in San Jose. He whooped out a Canadian destroyer, or as Pat McAfee said, "It's a Mexican destroyer."
God, I hate him sometimes.
Dark. Whoops out a Canadian destroyer. Chad Gable takes one of the most insane-looking bumps I've ever seen on a Canadian destroyer. Looked amazing. Penta won the match, and afterwards he cuts an impassioned promo, and he's like, San Jose, this is the Netflix era, but it's also the Penta era. The era of Cero Miedo. And it was a great reaction.
I thought it was great to see his family up front and everything.
Yeah, his daughter was crying in the front row. Obviously,
I didn't realize he was a girl dad. He's a girl dad,
bro. That's a big family. And shout out to him. He got, and look, this was, if anyone deserves it, it is Penta. All right? This man has worked his ass off.
He definitely has,
his entire career. Him and Ray Phoenix, yeah,
I would love to see his brother move up too, but I know that's gonna be harder.
It's gonna happen.
I know it's gonna be harder to do, but I would love to see his brother move up too, because I'm telling you now, if Penta and Ray Phoenix, if the Lucha Bros are on the same show or in WWE, just give them the belts. Don't even have a match. Just give it to them. Just wrap it up, shine it up nice, and give it to them.
Yeah. Can I be honest though? You know, my favorite part of all of this was, and I enjoyed Penta. I love the moment for him. I love everything.
Right.
My favorite part of this, Penta is such a funny guy and such a wrestling nerd. He knew what he was doing because he knew how to pop meat. If you know how to pop meat as a wrestling fan, you won the Wrestling Nerd Olympics. Bro, I'm watching this, right? And you hear the Sato! You hear the music and Penta, the fire is coming out. And Penta is doing the La Parka walk.
Rocker dance, yep.
The La Parka walk to the ring. And I geeked out, Trevor. Me and like 4 other guys online on the internet were like, oh, it's La Parka thing.
Sitting there, I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, that's not La Parka.
He's funny. Yo, Penta. 10 out of 10 debut, 15 out of 10 entrance.
Dude, it was awesome. I'm sitting there like, a hero is you, Penta. A hero is you, good sir.
Yeah. No, man, Penta is cooking it. Like he, and I just can't wait to see what he does. I think the obvious direction for him is like Rey Mysterio. I think it's going to be him and Rey. And I want to see Penta as a heel. Even though
I
that man
did,
is selling an insane amount of merch right now. I don't know
dude.
if
I
it
do
might be
too.
too
Like
good to turn heel right now.
he's one of those guys though. Like he's been like a tweener most of his career anyway. Like it's fine. It's fine. They're still gonna root for him. They're still gonna sell merch. Like, come on.
Yeah. Great job by WWE. Fantastic presentation. One of the best
Yeah.
debuts in recent memory for
They
them.
they did a good job with Penta. They really did. They really, really, really did. I was very impressed. I was impressed by Raw as a whole last night, actually, because of actually, like you said, after that poopsicle that they laid last week, I was very impressed last night. The presentation was good. Presentation of Penta was good. Um, they didn't belittle him. They didn't make him look small, like he didn't matter. Like the show was more important. They actually presented him in a way that other fans could be impressed by his performance and look up who he is and learn who he is. Like they presented him in a way to get more fanfare for him, and I applaud them on that.
And he looked at home in a WWE ring.
He definitely did. Hell, they even presented Chad Gable in a way that newer fans could look him up. Because don't get me wrong, as good as Omar attest to this, as good as Penta looked, Chad Gable looked good too. That was a hell of a match. It was a good match for both people involved.
Yeah. Shout out to Penta. Shout out to Chad Gable. Shout out to WWE for that debut. Shout out to La Parka. Most of all, though. Shout out to La Parka.
I gotta go back and watch it again. Now that just because how cool it was that he did it, I gotta go back and watch it again.
He's funny, bro. He's like, so apparently, I think Ibu of Wrestle Purist was telling this story on one of his podcasts, and he was talking about how, like, after Brawl Out, Penta used to like kind of troll the Young Bucks. So like after Brawl Out, he would like just come up behind him and like kind of startle him and be like, "Young Bucks!" like, and just like scream at him. Apparently, no, they're cool. There's no heat there. Apparently,
There's no heat. He was just being a jerk.
Penta's just funny.
Penta's a funny guy, from what I've heard. Like he plays a lot of pranks and stuff in the back.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Penta. Raw rating this week, I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think an 8 is fair.
Yeah, enjoyable show. Well, Trevor, you know what has not been enjoyable in recent memory?
Unfortunately,
this Death Rider storyline, Trevor, is cooked. Can we just talk about it? It's bad,
dude. It has so much potential. So much potential. Like, I don't know what they're doing with it.
I mean, not much, Trevor, because it's bad, man. It's bad to such a degree that AEW's core audience, their core hardcore audience that's super online, is completely rejecting it. And there was a major backlash this week because Tony Khan announced this match. He announced a massive 12-man tag team match for next week's Collision edition of Maximum Carnage, which is going to be it's going to be recorded, at the same time, or the same night, I should say, as Dynamite this week. And it includes the likes of Jericho. It includes the like of Moxley, the Death Riders. And it is representative, I think, of a lot of things that are wrong with AEW.
Yeah.
It's, number one, a bit of a jumbled mess. But number two, more importantly, it's just promoting the wrong message. This Death Rider story has completely lost the plot. I don't know what's going on. Why is Jon Moxley doing this? I don't know.
No one does. I don't even think he is. Saphir knows. No one knows why this is happening at this point. Like, and he's fighting. And then who's his next opponent for the belt?
Will Hobbs.
Why? And don't get me wrong, I like Will Hobbs. That's not a shot at Will Hobbs, but why?
Well, here's the thing. He won the Casino Gauntlet. That's fine. I'm fine with Will Hobbs. Trevor, I'm gonna be real with you. This Death Rider storyline is so bad. They just need to end it. Like, it is because it's turning away your hardcore fans. Trevor, people are literally saying, and I'm agreeing with them, that Will Hobbs needs to win the world championship tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody does.
No,
if it's not Will, somebody does. But definitely, they need to end it now.
Someone posted online like a clip of Lex Luger winning the WCW championship from Hogan on a random edition of Nitro, and it was like a major thing. Do that. See, you know what? We will see what happens moving forward. This needs to stop. Because right now, Jon Moxley literally has held the AEW World Championship hostage, and it's a bad storyline that has not progressed for months. For months.
No, not at all. Nothing has... They didn't even mention the so-called higher power. They haven't mentioned anybody. We thought maybe it was Shane McMahon. Nah, like that. Now you have Edge in the mix, and it still makes no sense. It can't. But my question to you, I have my opinion about it. But my question to you, can they fix this?
Yes, 100%. Here's what you do: you take the belt off of Moxley on Maximum Carnage, have him lose in his hometown against Powerhouse Will Hobbs, have Moxley go down a death spiral where he turns on the Death Riders, or the Death Riders turn on him, and maybe Will Hobbs, they do a double turn. There you go. That's something interesting.
Right. That is interesting, yeah.
Will Hobbs goes to Revolution, defends the belt against Kenny Omega, Kenny Omega, world champion at Revolution. And then at All In, title versus title unification. It is Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship and the Continental Championship, a title unification. And then later on this year, the Continental Classic becomes for the AEW World Championship instead of having another freaking belt on your show. Tell me I'm telling lies. That's a cook.
So it is a cook, but it's also you don't like the title. So and a lot of people don't like the
useless belt, Trevor.
It is a useless belt. I get it. It does. No, I completely agree with you. But at the same token, like, yes, the whole Death Rider storyline is bad. It's bad. But do you just erase Moxley from the picture completely?
Yes.
Okay.
Hardness makes the heart grow, or what is it?
Was it something makes the heart go fonder?
Something makes heart, like him not being on TV gonna make my heart grow a little bit fonder, because right now I am not fond. All right, I am not. Fond.
I mean, I'm not fond of the Death Rider. I think it's terrible. I thought it had a lot of potential, like I said before. I think it's bad. It's falling on deaf ears. It's terrible. But I don't know if you can save it by keeping Moxley a part of the storyline at all.
They need to. I don't know. Look,
I don't think you can. I think they screwed it up so much that you have to just erase.
What do you mean you have to? No. I don't want to watch that shit anymore.
They've screwed it up so much. You probably have to just erase Moxley from the picture completely now.
Dude, I don't
care. Start over.
Bare minimum. Whatever he's doing, I don't need to associate with the world title right now.
I don't think he's happy with it, to be honest with you. You think he is?
The rumor and innuendo is that it's his baby.
Really?
I mean, obviously, it's like Tony Khan signs off on everything, but it's largely his baby.
Yeah, there's a fellow Louisianer on the internet, and he always reviews different recipes, and if it's terrible, he said throw that shit in the long grass, and I'm with him. Throw this shit in the long grass. Throw it in the bayou somewhere. This shit terrible.
And you know what makes me even more mad, Trevor? They killed Bryan Danielson for this.
He died.
That's what I'm so mad about. They killed Bryan Danielson for this. That angle had so much heat. They were about to, bro, people were crying in the Tacoma Dome. Myself included. People were crying. Like literally.
They got to figure this out. There's something they have
How
to
do you
do to
fix
figure
it?
it out.
How do you what do we do? What do we do?
I mean, honestly, like you said, I guess the best way, honestly, is to take the belt off Moxley and disband the Death Riders, or you could do it another roundabout way.
Hit me with
Like,
it.
let's see, maybe. Okay, well, I'm with you. Will Hobbs wins the belt, right? Will Hobbs wins the belt.
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse wins the belt. Okay, so Death Riders, they turn on Moxley. I'm with you. I understand that. Like that a lot. They turn on Mox. Mox does go down a rabbit hole. You film promos with Mox like in the back, like talking about how he's disappointed in himself. Blah blah blah. Like he needs to redeem himself. And you can even bring back the man in the shadows. And then you don't see Mox for weeks. You don't see Mox for weeks. You see the Death Riders are going on about their business. They're doing what they need to do. Hell, even let Powerhouse join the Death Riders. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Then you start to see, like, when the Death Riders are out there, you start to see snippets. Like, starting to see, like, little symbols or whatever on the Titantron. Whatever. Will goes to a title defense. Lights go out. Nothing happens, right? Like a tease, nothing happens. Then you have Will do another title defense. He gets cold cocked. Lights go out, he gets cold cocked. You see two figures standing there. One is definitely John Moxley. The other one, Shane O'Mac. You can do it.
Oh, give up on a Shane O'Mac dream, man.
No. I mean, I'm giving up on the dream, but it's a way to do it. It is a way to do it. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying whatever. You're talking about how could they fix it. They could fix it. But honestly, I like your idea better, to just scrap it all together. But there are ways to do it with Moxley, depending on how you want to do it. But I agree. Just scrap it all together and do something different.
That's the other thing we got to talk about. Here's the thing. I was fine with Tony doing his like one Jericho segment per show because I'm like, all right, you know what? That's one segment of go away heat. The issue with Dynamite is half the show at this point has become go away heat because
I'm sick of Jericho.
John Moxley.
I'm sick of Jericho.
Everyone's sick of Jericho. All right, let's be honest. We were all sick of Jericho, but like that man, his contract is up in December. Hey, bro, WWE gonna he's gonna get a massive check from WWE. A massive check. Let that man cook.
Sorry, thought of something.
Let that man cook. Let him do his thing. But by God, Trevor, by God, end all of this. End the madness, Tony Khan. Pivot. Please.
Yeah, because right now, Kenny Omega's the saving grace.
Kenny Omega. Hangman.
Ooh, even better. Don't even have it be Shane O'Mac. Have it be Ricky Starks.
Oh, well, that ain't happening. Tony is.
He's done.
Anyway.
And Ricky is in indie heaven right now.
That's not GCW heaven.
No, he's in HOG.
We got a little super chat from Ryan Woodridge. Thank you, Ryan. Says, hi, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Should the Hardys come to WWE with Hayes? No. I mean, yeah, they probably should, and they probably will, but no. I think what they will do is the Hardys will. What I want to see is, dude, when Edge and Christian finally do this last run, Edge and Cope finally do this last run together.
I'm mad his name is Cope.
Cope! Rated R Cope is crazy.
Dude, when they said Cope, I thought they was just like testing a nickname. No, his actual name is Cope. I'm mad about that.
He's Cope. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to see them. I want to see Copeland and Christian Cage versus the Hardys one. See, here's the thing: if you're Tony Khan, you're doing everything you can to get the Hardys back in the building for one show because you're like, you can book an entire pay-per-view around that. Edge and Christian versus the Hardys for the final time ever. Do it.
Sure can.
That's a main event match. You can sell out a nice arena.
You can do your version of a table, ladders, and chairs match.
What?
Yes.
You
can do your version of a table, ladders, and chairs match.
Call it whatever you want. Call it pie oh my or whatever the fuck you're gonna call it, man.
Pie oh my.
Wasn't that the name? That was the name of Tony Soprano's horse in The Sopranos.
I know. I that's why I laughed because
I was trying to think of like some sort of like callback because like so I was trying to think of some sort of callback because in that promo for that TLC match he was like tables and ladders and chairs oh my, so I was like, oh my, yeah. I don't know.
Because like they used to say lions and tigers and bears on my, so yeah.
Lion, tiger, LTB in an LTB match, ladders, tables, and bears.
But I only laughed because you said pie on my.
They have bears
with like thumbtacks in them.
No, it's like literally bears. Like okay, that's some broken mat shit that he would do. Okay, okay, Yogi. Sick 'em.
But no, I only laughed because you said pie on my because I told you I'm rewatching The Sopranos and I just got through that episode.
What'd you do that pie on my?
Pie on my, what you doing? No. I swear, Tony Soprano sounded like he was mad every time he talks.
I love that horse. I love that horse more than I love myself. Anyway. Apparently he did. Oh man, I don't know. All right, what time is it?
Man, like honestly, that's why it needs to go. It needs to end. It needs to go.
Do you think WWE will put Hardy Boys in the Hall of Fame with Michael Hayes when they retire? Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean, are the Freebirds in the Hall of Fame?
They, to this day, Trevor, they have the longest Hall of Fame speech. Well,
that's right. They sure did. They definitely did.
No, one of the third long. They have the longest Hall of Fame entrance. Because it's literally fucking Freebird. Like, Michael Hayes, the only dude who could do this. Like, hey, Vince, I need Freebird for this.
I need Freebird to play, Vince. Come on, Vince.
They just dance for like 7 minutes to Freebird.
Now that you say that, I do remember this. Yeah.
The only time Vince was happy to license music. Oh, Michael. Oh, that's great. How much is it going to cost? Oh, goddamn, pal. Oh, my God.
Man, it's a damn shame about the Death Riders.
Oh, yo, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. Bro, like, cancel that Peacock real quick. I'm gonna be real with you. Cancel that Peacock real quick. You pay for Netflix, by the way. You should be canceling Peacock. Get yourself a VPN and watch Netflix. You can watch everything on there. I don't pay for Peacock no more.
You got VPN now?
I go VPN, bro. I already got the VPN. So my thing is, how
much is VPN?
So like for me, I got like a Christmas deal for it. It's like $70 for the entire year. And here's the thing: I use it for like other stuff. I use it for like work and stuff too.
Right.
But like, bruh, let me tell you. Let me talk to you now. I watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT live every week on Netflix.
Okay.
Because I got a VPN. Because 8 p.m. Well, in theory, 8 p.m. on Monday nights. You know where I am, Trevor? I'm in England. I'm watching on Netflix because I'm in England.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, but like, yeah. So I'm like, if you got Netflix, get that. That's your WWE right there. Boom, and then re-up your New Japan Pro Wrestling. Your New Japan World, baby. New Japan is killing it. They are
murdering it right now,
bro. They are having a resurgence this year.
And also another suggestion for my friends and guys that like indie wrestling. Find out, was it indiewrestling.com? I think I forget what it is, but there is a site that you can watch it on. Do that. Indie wrestling is so good right now, so good. There's so many young cats coming out, and then you have a lot of people who used to wrestle for AEW, Ricky Starks, doing indie promotions. So definitely check it out.
Indy Marks. No, TK is not really thinking about giving Jeff Jarrett is not getting the AEW World Championship.
Hell no.
He's gonna get he's gonna get a big match for the title. I will say that he will get a big match for the title, but he's not getting the title.
No, he's gonna get the international title, then they're gonna take it away from him.
maybe he helps unify the titles. That'll be his parting gift to pro wrestling. Anyway, Trevor, what are you watching these days?
Oh man, I am watching way too much. Like I said, I'm rewatching The Sopranos. My very intelligent self decided it was a good idea to start rewatching Scrubs as well. Because Scrubs is actually one of my favorite TV shows. If you guys have never seen it, check it out. It's hilarious. I was watching a anime too that's pretty good. I forget what the name of it is. It's about the cells in the human body. It's
the cells. I was like, the sales.
What's the sales?
The sales. 70% off.
It's like white blood cell, red blood cell. It's actually pretty good. They fight diseases and stuff. It's cool. Anyway, yeah, I've been watching a lot of miscellaneous things here lately. How about you?
What NBA team do you like?
Oh, I have been a Celtics fan since I was like 5. I don't really watch basketball like that much anymore. My grandmother and grandfather were huge basketball fans. So was my brother, huge basketball fan. But yeah, my brother was a Lakers fan and my grandmother was a Celtics fan. So there you go.
What NBA team do you like? The Cavaliers, man. We number one.
You're a Cavaliers fan?
We number one.
Yeah, you've told me that before. For some reason, I thought you were a Miami Heat fan a long time ago. I don't know why.
I'm a Jimmy Butler fan for what he's doing in the Miami Heat right now.
Yeah, me too.
Bro, he's burning it up in there, bro. He's burning it up. I was just watching Raw 1995 on Netflix. I'm so sorry to hear that.
You poor thing. You poor thing.
1995 was not a year for wrestling. I want to go back to.
95 was horrible for wrestling.
I already did that, man. I already did that.
Yeesh. I'm still trying to choke through it.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. What am I watching? This is like super duper nerdy. My next, you know what my next run through is for like my next full watch.
What?
It's really. I'm watching the G1 from the beginning, from like the 70s.
G1,
the New Japan, the G1 Climax, the big tournament they do every year. It's gonna be a lot of Inoki, and I was
gonna say it's a whole lot of Inoki and other people. Hey, you might catch the great and powerful Hulk Hogan wrestle.
Oh, jeez, he actually was in the G1.
I
know. Yeah. Look, I've seen some of those matches. I just not experienced it, so I'm gonna go experience it a little bit. That's my next project.
I will say this: I have seen some of those matches, and I've experienced not the ones like in the 70s or whatever, because I wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I don't care about.
I was born in the 80s. I don't care about that. But the late 80s, early 90s, and stuff like that, like that wrestling was very interesting for New Japan. Hey, if you can go back and watch any of the Chikara matches or Dragon Gate, definitely check those out too.
Ain't nobody watching no Chikara. She said Chikara. Ain't nobody watching no Chikara. Who, Fire Ant? Or I got Orange Cassidy on AEW. Do I know any Fire Ant?
You know what? Disrespectful. No.
Yeah, so that's my next project.
Yeah, I got a couple things coming up. The final update will be put on OT Graps / OT Graps YouTube.com. Follow
Link
that.
pinned in the chat, by the way. Go subscribe.
There are some absolutely interesting things coming up on that channel. Coming up pretty soon. I'm in the works with some stuff. Got to talk with this lovely gentleman here about a few other things as well. But we got some things planned for you, and also we are talking about the 100th episode. So that's gonna be fun too.
We got 1 month. We got one month, baby.
Oh,
that's a good. Like, how about this, Trevor? What's your favorite logo design for a weekly wrestling show? What's your favorite like logo ever?
Favorite logo ever?
Or pay-per-view logo ever?
Pay-per-view. You know what, the Halloween Havoc one was really cool. WCW.
Pick another one. Pick another one. I can't. My graphic design skills can only go so far, my friend.
That one, Bash the Beach was pretty cool. Also, let's see. Oh, what was it? This one has always been fun because it was bright and colorful. The In Your House logo was always fun to me. I always liked that one. I thought it was cool growing up. You can't go wrong with what was it? WCW pay-per-view happened in December. What was it?
Starcade.
Starcade was a good one too.
Okay. So we got what do we got? We got Starcade. We got Bash at the Beach.
Beach, yep.
And In Your House.
In Your House, yep. Yep.
Well, Trevor, why not do all three and let the fans decide?
I think that's what we should do. Is that
what we're doing?
Hey, let's do it. Have fun with it.
Hey man, all right. I'm gonna do it up, baby. I'm gonna do it up, and it's gonna be shit, but it's gonna be something. Yeah. Totally honest, American sports are alien to me. Look, let me tell you something. It's okay. That's why we got wrestling.
Exactly. That's what we can talk about.
Oh, man. All right.
Speaking of American sports, dude, we got to go to a hockey game together.
That's what I'm not doing. I ain't seen them Caps get blown out 18-1.
So when does that happen? The Caps are like
in
the top
playoffs?
of the division right now. Caps is top of the division right now.
Yeah. How far are they getting in the playoffs, Trevor?
I mean, they won one.
Well, yeah, like 10 years ago. I was there for it. It was great.
I was there too. It wasn't 10 years ago yet.
It was basically it's 2025, bro. It was 7 years ago. Crazy.
That is
Obi
crazy.
was walking these streets of DC with that cup.
You know what's even crazier?
And?
That's what's crazy that I actually have it.
I can't believe you actually have a banner. That's crazy. Yo, you want to hear something funny? So you remember
Yeah.
Don't say his name on the air, but because I muted myself when I put that out. I don't want him to be out.
Gotcha.
But like, so you know how he used to work in the Nat Stadium?
Uh-huh.
So he got a World Series ring for working at Nat Stadium when they won. Like a real live commissioned World Series ring.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 2 seconds.
He's about to go. He man. Oh no, Trevor's about to go beat up this man.
Hold on, I'm still on the air.
Oh man. A totally American thing that I love is robot wars. Is that like where like the dudes build the robots?
Right.
And
hello. So 2018. I've said many times before. I used to work at a certain place where certain people played.
Not you too.
And for our services, we got one of these.
You son of a bitch. Am I the only one who didn't get like a ring?
We got a 2018 Washington Capitals championship Stanley Cup ring.
This is cheeks. Why do I not have a ring?
Where did you work?
Everywhere.
Dude, this is like my process. I've had this for a long time. And the funny thing is, I showed it to a friend of mine who was also a hockey fan. She was a fan of San Jose Sharks. She called me all kinds of names. She goes, "You're a mark. You're a jerk. Like, you're one of those. You spent money on that?" I said, "Hell no. This was given to me."
This is some bullshit, bro.
You want to hold it? You can wear it.
bring that ring around me, bro. That ring gonna end up somewhere, bro. That ring gonna end up somewhere, all right? That's crazy. I'm actually blown by this.
I think this is the maddest I've ever made you.
It's not mad. This is pure like pure
jealousy?
Brazen jealousy of you and our boy.
Yeah.
But like, cause I'm just like, I was so mad when he got. Here's the thing.
Because I didn't know he got one.
Obviously, no. On a real
I knew
level.
he worked there, but I didn't know he got one as well. My other friend has one too.
Everybody's got one.
Because I'm a huge baseball fan.
You get a ring. You get a ring.
I'm a huge baseball fan. I would have like slapped 3 people for a Nats championship ring.
Oh, dude, no! Like there was bargaining that happened. I was just too broke at the time. Now looking back, I would have been like, all right, let's talk about this. But no, obviously though, I'm happy you got a ring. Less happy you got a ring, but no, everyone deserves a ring other than me. Here, I have this blank ring that I used to use to kiss the ring. But now I don't know more. Anyway, guys, Trevor, any parting thoughts?
Oh man, I'm just happy to be able to share these ridiculous moments with you guys, and also glad you guys welcome me in your home, on your computer, whatever you watch me on every week. Like this is a dream. This was something that me and Omer talked about for years, and I actually done it. This is something I've been talking about for years. I actually did it, and I actually love the fact that you guys believe or listen to anything I say. This is a lot of fun for me, and yeah, I love doing it. I'm glad you guys allow me to keep doing this every week.
And it's gonna keep getting bigger
and better.
Guys, be sure to go over to youtube.com/OTGraps and subscribe. The link for that is pinned in the chat, so go check that out. Be sure to follow Trevor at TREVERTAINMENT. That is TREVERTAINMENT on the Big X. You can follow me at RealOMERQ if you want to. There's a lot of takes on there. Yeah,
it is. He's wild.
It's the Wild West on my Twitter feed. But yeah, be sure to hit that like button. All the clips for this are going to be up at youtube.com/OTGraps. And as always, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real. Fuck Matt Cardona.
Love those who far, hug those who close, and shout out to all the brave firefighters and first responders doing your work in California. I too was a EMT back in the day, and not hard. It's not easy work. You guys are brave people. Thank you for all you do, and also to everyone in California, praying for you.
Shout out to everyone in California. I know some people out there, and you know, my heart goes out to not only like obviously the people I know there, but everyone out there. It's just horrible.
I have family that lives in California, and they're all doing all right too. So
yeah, well, hopefully that ends and people can start to rebuild soon. But guys, we're here as a distraction, as we are every week. Anyway, guys, I'm Trevor.
I'm Omer.
I'm Trevor. That's Omer.
I'm Omer, apparently.
And it is time. It's closing time. We'll see you next week.